Hello everyone, and welcome to the third video on this Discuss Both Sides essay series. And in the previous videos we looked at, first of all, my 3 top tips to write an IELTS essay, and I used to discuss both sides essay type in order to show a plan that you could follow for a question. Video 2, I showed you how to write the introduction from that planning template that I introduced. And in this one, guys, we're going to explore how we do that for the main body paragraphs. So following on from the thesis statement we outlined in the intro, how would our main body paragraphs need to follow on from that? And also, what is the sentence by sentence formula that you could follow in order to do that? So guys, I'm going to show you my presentation now, so bear with me. I'm going to go on to the other side of the screen. So, writing the essay, the main body paragraphs in a discuss both sides question. Just to remind ourselves, this is the template you could follow in order to answer a discuss both sides question, with the sentences included for the introduction, paraphrasing the question, introducing the 2 sides, your thesis statement, your opinion sentence, then followed by the outline sentence. Body paragraph A, introduce side A, discuss main argument for side A, introduce your opinion of side A, and then the reason and explanation of your opinion. Body paragraph B, you would repeat that for the second side, so side B. And these are the 2 paragraphs we're going to be focusing on in the following slides. Paragraph number 4 is the conclusion. You would restate the debate and summarize your thesis statement. So, just a reminder, the question, computers are being used more and more in education. Some people say that this is a positive trend, while others argue it is leading to negative consequences. Discuss both sides and give your opinion. So the first paragraph was our introduction, and reading from the top, methods of learning are becoming more focused on digital technology. Advocates of computer use in schools and universities believes this enhances the quality of education, whilst opponents suggest it detracts from our social skills, which are fundamental for learning. This essay argues that technology enhances our learning potential and leads to better study outcomes. Both sides will be discussed in turn. The main body paragraphs. Main body A. Reminding ourselves, guys, what are the 4 sentences we could include in this paragraph? Introducing side A, giving the main point for that side, discussing the main argument for that side, introducing your opinion of that side, and then giving your reason or explanation as to why you think that. So, from the top, many commentators propose that computers add variety to our methods of delivering knowledge. They point to mediums such as PowerPoint, video clips, and interaction with relevant websites such as TED Talks as methods which increase engagement and interaction in the classroom. This essay completely agrees with this viewpoint. The use of the internet to extract materials such as news pages and podcast discussions not only provide interest and relevance to classroom discussions, but also activate our visual and audio learning functions. Now I will break it up sentence by sentence to see how I achieved the purpose for each individual sentence. Sentence number 1, introducing side A, as I did. Many commentators propose that computers add variety to our methods of delivering knowledge. Points to notice here, people. The first one, I've summarized the argument into 1 keyword or phrase. So it's a very simple sentence and you can easily identify what is the key idea. And that is computers add variety. The second point to notice is to ensure you credit others with this argument rather than taking on your own voice. So using expressions like, in the active voice, many people argue. In the passive voice, it is often argued. Active voice, many people hold the view. Passive voice, idea X is commonly viewed to be. Active voice, proponents of this school or proponents of this perspective have suggested, or it has been suggested that, in the passive voice. Active voice, a variety of commentators, analysts, experts believe, or idea Y is believed to be. So idea Y and idea X being the key idea of that sentence. So, sentence number 2, we're discussing the main argument for side A. Remember, that main argument is adding variety to learning. So, this sentence, they point to mediums such as PowerPoint, video clips, and interaction with relevant websites such as TED Talks as methods which increase engagement and communication in the classroom. So, points to notice here. The first one is to maintain the link with the general view, not yet introducing your opinion or your voice. Consider combinations such as the subject could be they, as I've put in this sentence, could be these commentators, could be those holding this view, or it could be this opinion. But in all of those cases, you are distancing your own voice and suggesting it is another group of people that hold this idea. The verb could be a combination. You could pick one of the following: emphasize, cite, state, highlight, point to. Key point number 2 to bear in mind, guys, with this sentence, explain the key idea or expression in other words. Remember, the key idea was variety of learning. What's the explanation? What does that mean in this context? Mediums, PowerPoint, video clips, interaction with relevant websites. These add variety to learning. And I've listed an example, TED Talks. Answer the question, why does this idea add value? So what is the benefit of having variety? As methods which increase engagement and interaction in the classroom. So that is the real focus of that sentence. You are increasing engagement and interaction. That is why it's adding value. Sentence number 3, to introduce our opinion of side A. So this essay completely agrees with this viewpoint. Point to bear in mind here, your opinion of this side needs to match your thesis statement from your introduction. Remember, the thesis statement suggested this essay argues that technology enhances our learning potential. So the thesis statement was agreeing with side A. And then in the main body paragraph A, my sentence number 3, as I've put on this slide, this essay completely agrees. So there is a coherence between what I put in my thesis statement and what I said is my opinion of side A in main body paragraph A. However, guys, let's say hypothetically your thesis statement is slightly different and you've suggested, as I've put in the box at the bottom of this slide, this essay partially agrees with side A. Let's say in your introduction you suggest you partially agree with side A. Within your main body paragraph A, you could use a more nuanced expression where you're suggesting that there's a split in your opinion. Something along the lines of, although there are some exceptions, this essay generally agrees. On the flip side, if you suggest you disagree in your introduction, this essay disagrees with side A, then your opinion of side A would be this essay rejects this idea. So you can see, guys, the introduction, the thesis statement needs to correlate with your opinion sentence in this main body paragraph. Sentence number 4, the reason or explanation of your opinion. Here we go with my one. The use of the internet to extract materials such as news pages and podcast discussions not only provide interest and relevance to our classroom discussions, but also activate our visual and audio learning functions. So, points to notice here. Answer the question, why do you agree or disagree? And it's good to give examples. So the why question in this case is, why do you agree computers add variety or engagement to learning? And I'm saying news web pages and podcasts. It's an example of variety. Why do they add engagement? Because it gives interest and relevance. and visual and audio learning functions. So again, there's variety with different types of learner. Point number 2 to think about. Make sure your examples are different to the examples in sentence 2. So in sentence 2, I've said the words video clips, relevant websites, TED Talks, engagement, communication. In my explanation of my opinion, I've said news web pages and podcasts. I've said interest and relevance rather than engagement and communication. And I've said visual and audio. So I've used different ideas around the same theme. Main body paragraph B, I'm going to quickly read you through this one, guys, without going into the full detail. I'm going to show how main body paragraph B mirrors the argument that I've put forward in my thesis statement and main body paragraph A. As with the previous main body paragraph, introduce side B, discuss main argument for side B, introduce my opinion of side B, reason and an explanation of that opinion. Here it is. However, detractors of technology suggest computers can lead to more isolated, individualized learning, which may hinder the development of important social skills. It is argued that online lectures and webinars are examples of more passive learning, which restricts opportunities to collaborate in more communicative tasks. This essay rejects this notion. Moreover, online learning can in fact boost potential for group assignments through communication platforms such as Zoom. Such channels can also allow us to organize group meetups face to face. So guys, very quickly, just to draw your attention, the first sentence, introducing side A, as with the previous paragraph, I have summarized my idea into a key word or phrase, hindering the development of important social skills. In the second paragraph, I've explained in more detail how that could be the case. I've said it restricts the opportunity to communicate or have tasks which communicate. I've given my opinion, and as with my thesis statement, which sided completely with side A, I would need to disagree with side B to keep that coherence throughout the essay. So I've said I reject this notion, and I've given my reason why, because I've suggested that assignments can be conducted in groups. I've given the example of Zoom, and I've said how we can still socialize face to face by organizing meetups. Okay guys, I hope that video was useful in giving you some ideas about how to construct your main body paragraphs and how they would fit in with your introduction, keeping that coherence, that consistent line of argument. In the next video, we will look at the conclusion, how you can round off your essay, keeping the symmetry going from the introduction as well. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. Don't forget, as always, you can leave any suggestions, comments, ideas that you have that you want to see discussed in upcoming videos. Thank you, guys.